One was sitting here while waiting for her fiance to come and his strawberries car in front of her and came out, but someone was also with him. She frowned and they came out. Minho smiled and smiled. This is my friend Jungkook. She looked at him and Jungkook was looking down as he was afraid to look up. He didn't go anywhere, so I decided to bring him with him. I wanted him to get some fresh air. And Jungkook, this is Van. She is my fiance. I told you about her and he knows you. Hi Jungkook, she said, and he looked at her and she was smiling. He again looked at her and Van looked at Minho because Jungkook was behaving so weirdly. I will tell you later, he whispered to Van and Van nodded. Let's go, guys. They started walking while talking. They sat down here and started doing the things they loved the most. Jungkook was painting as it was his favorite hobby. Van looked at his painting and wow, Jungkook is such a good artist. He flinched after hearing her loud voice, but then felt weird after hearing the compliment from her mouth. He couldn't even look at her. Show me. Can you paint it in front of me? He nodded and started painting, and she just stared at it. He was feeling nervous because she was watching him. When Van was looking at his painting, while smiling, suddenly Minho's cell phone started ringing, and he got up to pick it up. Van and Jungkook asked Van, if I ask you to draw something for me, will you do it? Tell me, is your silence your answer? I will do. She smiled widely and thank you. He again looked at her and she sat down beside him, just watched him. The sun shone on them and his ears were shining. She smiled and realized something was wrong with him. She realized that he was not well. He was looking sick as he was suffering from something. She tried to give him confidence. Let's go. They both got up and they both got up and they sat in the car and Jungkook was waving at Fine. He could feel that he was doing wrong because she was his best friend's fiancée, but he is a charming person. He attracted him so much. He turned his gaze and felt proud for the first time on his wedding. He always thought that he was a useless person. Don't try to do that again. Janko nodded and walked out. Ryan looked at Minho and he's a severe version of depression and anxiety. People behave so unkind with him. He felt so nervous around people. They treated him badly in the past. He ended up like that. All billing everywhere. Nobody treated him well. He had no one with him. I'm sorry, but I really wanted to get better. I brought him with me. No, it's okay. I like you. You look so kind. He smiled and they drove to the house. I felt so bad for Jungkook. After a week, Van came out of the house and Jungkook was standing with Minho. She smiled and walked towards Jungkook. And when Jungkook was trying hard not to look at it, she came in front of him. How are you? Are you okay now? She asked, but he didn't want to say anything. He just noticed. She looked at Minho and they sat in the car. They were going to meet their friends. They came and Minho went to meet his friends, but Van brought Jungkook with him. With her friends and everyone, she sat and all her friends looked at him. They frowned after seeing Jungkook. He hated the stage, so he lowered his gaze. Who's this handsome with you? Jungkook is the friend of mine. Who? They started playing games and he was just watching them silently all the time. He just stared at one. He smiled and her gestures attracted him so much. She was lost in the game and in the end she won. She started screaming out of happiness. He finished, but he smiled while looking at her. He smiled after so many years. She sat down and we all started fighting. She sat down after defeating her friends and was laughing. Suddenly she stopped and looked at him. Guys, Janko drew a fantastic painting. They looked at him and he felt nervous. Janko, please show him. He can draw a paper with just the paper. With just the pencil. They all were impressed by his skills. They all were looking at him, which he hated the most, but he was doing that just for fun. He drew and one showed him. Then when they started praising me, she was smiling and looked at him and he felt like he was happy for him. The first person who was happy for him, who wanted everyone to praise him, he smiled and she sat down when he was just staring at him. Then Minho came and he got up. And then everyone was sitting there and one was standing with her friends, but suddenly one of her friends threw her in the pool and out of kidding and she didn't know how to swim. She started throwing her back, calling for help. She was afraid to watch water. He looked at her friends and they were helping now, but he was helping her. She couldn't get air to breathe. His heart increased and he walked towards the pool and she was swimming put up towards her. She climbed on it and had a sign. She was so afraid of water. She was afraid of too much water. She came out and looked at him thankfully and he helped her without even touching her. That day made her. She looked at his friends and walked towards Minho and they all knew what would happen with them. She told them everything and Minho shouted at them. She came back from them. Minho also thanked Jungkook for saving Wine, but he did it in the car. They dropped him at his house and she looked at his Minho. How can someone hate him? He's so kind. He helped me. People were just jealous of him because he was so charming. He always liked this. He nodded and they drove over, but Jungkook was staring at them from the window. After that, they started bringing him everything. They both were so kind to him. They wanted to, they wanted to, they wanted to get help. The intentions were so fair. Now he was sitting with Juan and his friend Jessica. Juan was trying to draw something and he was staring at her. Jessica was staring at him. Yanko grabbed a sharp tool and his hand started bringing. She looked at him. He fell in love. Nobody cared for him like that before. She looked at him. Does it hurt? No, she smiled and again started doing her work while Jessica was just staring at them. Jungkook shouted, drying happily, and it's so good. Now I know you are lying because it is not. Why are you telling a lie? Say the truth. She can't prove it. I'm not lying. She really did good. Guys, no need to fight. I know. Then Minho came and Ryan got up after seeing him. She was so in love with me, it hurt him. Jungkook stared at them. I want to talk with you. She nodded and walked out, believing him. Jessica, he was staring at them because they were going alone. So, do you have anyone with you? I mean, are you single or not? I'm single. So, do you? No, I'm not interested now. She nodded and he weirdly looked at them because they walked out, lonely, leaving him there, and he didn't want them together. They came back and he looked at Ryan. What did you get? He asked me, no. Why you talking about him? What is it? She smiled. He was doing a bar. He was asking about business. He nodded and she just smiled because his acts were so childish. Many months passed and they became good friends. He only talked with Ryan. Today was his birthday. Why was sleeping, but Ryan opened the door. Happy birthday, she said, and he opened his eyes. She was so loud. He sat down and smiled after seeing her give the cake. She smiled as she walked towards him with a birthday while singing a birthday. She sat down. He was staring at her while smiling. Minho is coming with a gift. Tell me, what do you like this surprise? Minho came while smiling. Now cut it. He cut it while smiling. While Minho and Ryan cheering for him. Minho bought his favorite thing for him. They were really good friends. They did know that Jungkook started to like Ryan so much. His dragon went so far. He got jealous after seeing and Minho and Ryan. He just wanted her to talk with him. The next day, you know what I learned driving from Meenu is such a good driver. She laughed and he smiled. Suddenly, he looked at her and grabbed it. She looked at him and, how do you get this car? She leaned her back down awkwardly and I got this in childhood. She did that because she never touched it before and today suddenly he grabbed her and she didn't like it. He realized that she didn't like. I'm sorry for touching. I will not do that again. It's okay. Actually, I have never touched me before, so I felt so weird. It's okay. I'm sorry. Jungkook, it's okay. He nodded and they drove towards Meenu. In the company, they entered the company and Jaminu was standing with his friends. I walked towards him and we sat with them. So, Minu, when you are getting married, he smiled. Probably in 6 months. Van smiled, but Jungkook face while he didn't like it. Congratulations, I'm happy for you both. Thank you. They were so happy, but Jungkook's heart was burning. On the way back home, he was sitting quietly with while Minu and Van were talking. He was so clenching his fist. He was controlling himself. He didn't want to think about it. He didn't want to betray his friends. And suddenly, Jungkook, are you okay? Minu wasn't. Yes. Why are you so quiet today? Something happened? He asked. No, I'm just feeling weird, tired. Jungkook was feeling so happy. The steps he was taking towards his house was so heavy. He couldn't bear the news of their wedding. He hated it. She was the first woman he ever fell for. She treated him for him. It was hard for him to accept them. That he didn't want to become one, but he was controlling for years. She formed in as he walked towards his house. In his room, he was lying, was staring at the wall. His mind was messed up and he couldn't think of anything other than her. She was roaming in his mind. She treated him so well in the past months, so it became hard for him to forget her. He didn't want them to marry. It has been so much since you can. Who hurt you? What happened? You can share it for me. How could he tell her that she hurt him? He stated, what's wrong with nothing? I'm hoping his voice was low. He didn't have the stamina to look at her. And she asked him what he was okay or not. Then why do you lock yourself in here? I just wanted peace. Okay, but then let's go somewhere and you want some peace. Minu is waiting for us in the car. He didn't know. He knew that they would force him to go when he got up and Minu and I are going to buy our wedding dress. We want you to join us. He armed and couldn't say anything. He was hurt. So after hearing that, he changed his clothes and she put the things on the table. Now they were sitting and his head was down. His mind was totally messed up. His obsession with one increasing day, but he couldn't stop himself. He only wanted was when he wanted to leave her and loved her, but she was in love with Minhu and Minhu had bought their wedding dress while he was sitting in the back. And after coming back from he locked himself in the room. He didn't care about his head. He wanted to stop himself. He just wanted to get over her. He wasn't a poor guy. He got rent from many different places as his father had so many properties. He survived on them. He closed his eyes. Many months passed and he didn't change. Minhu and Minhu had so much, but he was the same. They were so but for him, he was broke and didn't know what to do. Today was Vans and Minu's wedding. He made up his money, entered here. He entered and she smiled and was looking so pretty in the wedding dress. Jungkook, where is Van? When she checked the room and bathroom, but she wasn't there. Van, she checked her in the workplace, but she wasn't there. Minu, her mother called Minu and told him that Van in the room. They got all worried and started to searching for her, but she wasn't there. While on the other hand, Van was pushing him while he was tying her on the chair. She was screaming and he was sitting in front of her trying hard to get over her, but she kicked him and in the stomach and he looked at her and slapped her, but she started crying. Are you crazy? Why do you want me? I'm really sorry. Don't cry. I don't like to see you cry. Tears formed in his eyes, and she stopped. I'm sorry. I don't like to hurt you. He got up and she just stared at him. I always wanted to see you, but couldn't see you. With him, I love you. No, I don't love you. Please don't stop doing this. He sat in front of her and she was looking at him surprisingly. Stop. Slap me as much as you can, but don't say that. I can't live without you. I love you so much. He said, worker sitting in front of her and crying. She was shocked to see him like that. I will because I hurt you. Are you crazy? I idiot. Stop doing this. I don't love you and you will never do. Don't you have shame? I'm the fiance of your best friend. You are beating your best friend. I know, but I can't live without you. I tried to stop myself, but I couldn't. Please love me. Yes, please marry me. I will live happy. You are the one who can love me. I believe that. No, I can't love you. I don't want to love you. And then Jessica came and answered waiting after singer. Jessica, you with him? Yes, it will remain a repetition in front of so many people. I don't want to tell him if people means let's go. Someone sell for you. I will do repetition of my wedding. Let people know what you are doing. When you are not insult from me, I don't want to let people know. I will tell them. He got up and while she was screaming. He came to the wedding and some new intention. He didn't tell him or let him know that wine was with him. He acted like he also worried for Minho. He searched for wine with him. Nobody knew where she went. He didn't let his best friend doubt him. He was manipulating them. In the middle of the night, he came and saw her crying. He sat down in front of her and she didn't even look at him. Why do you hate me so much? He asked. Because you deserve. Her eyes was full of hate. I don't want to look at you. Why can't you just love me? Tell me, am I not worth it? Yes. Just take me back, Jungkook. I will not tell anyone. No, we will live together. She gave him a hateful look but entered her case. Just open your mouth, let me just I don't want to eat anything. Why are you doing this? You are playing with my feelings. I don't care about your feelings. Just leave me back. I want to go back. I don't want to live with you. She said wildly, screaming at him. No, I won't. Then why did you want? I know what you want. Do everything and show me your true self. If I want to do something, then you wouldn't sit here for 2 days. So my love is pure. I just need you. Why don't you understand? You give me peace. She turned her gaze while getting fully pissed. 1 week later, he was sitting with his headphones and she was looking at the wall. Frankie was looking solo. He wasn't looking well. He hasn't eaten anything again and started starving himself. When lost all the cups, he got up. Let's go. She looked at him. I'm leaving to Minho. She was shocked. You said that you wouldn't tell him. She nodded. I wouldn't tell him about you. Just leave me there. She said. Again, he opened his robes and he opened her opened his rose and her eyes were red. He was looking so dull. I hope you will fall in love with me. His was slow for the first time. She felt bad. She got him. Let's go. She nodded and walked at him. He was looking so helpless. Once was telling her to stop. In the car, she looked at him and her heart pounded after seeing his condition. She turned her gaze and he stopped the car and looked at her. His eyes were asking her to stop. I'm sorry for what I did. I will not show my face again to you both. You know but I am in my childhood. People call me crazy and I believe I am not. In the hospital, she opened her eyes and Minho came to her. Havana, are you okay? He asked her. And then she told him she didn't know about anyone and what happened to her? I know who he is. I mean, he sat beside her and just stayed at the watch. She didn't want to tell him. She never saw him after that.